Alright, so here I am in my VS Code, and let's just create a new file. I'll name it index.html, and let's start off. I'll just call it 3D model loader, and let's have a canvas class equals GL, then script type equals module, and we'll make index.js. Okay. Alright, so here I am in the Three.js website, and just click on the download button over here, and you can see Three.js is now downloading. Alright, so once it's downloaded, you simply drag and drop it into your folder. Copy this folder and paste this folder over here. Okay, and we have Three.js installed. Okay, now let's create index.js, and we're going to import everything from Three.js. So let's see, Three.js master build 3 dot wait 3 dot why isn't it detecting Three.js master? Okay, we build, and then 3.module.js. Okay, so we have, just to check whether everything is set up properly or not, I'm just going to console, I'm just going to print 3 to console. Alright, and let's go to index.html, and now click on open with live server. If you don't have live server installed, you can go to extensions and then just type live server, and then you can see the first one that pops up over here by Ritvik Day. You can just install it. Alright, and once you install it, if you hop into your index.html page and right click and open with live server, it opens a web page on your browser. Okay, so um, let's see, inspect, and yes, all these classes are of Three.js, so everything is imported well and everything is set up well. Great. So we have Three.js, we have successfully installed Three.js, and now let's get the canvas element first. So canvas is equal to document dot query selector dot webgl. Okay, and now we want to create a scene, so we have three dot scene. Okay, so we have our scene, we have Three.js installed, and I'm just going to write some boilerplate code. Okay, so first of all we define what was it, sizes. We had a size of and width, we width window dot inner width, and just for you can always use window dot inner width directly, but I just like to keep it like this because it's just better for me, I don't know. So window dot inner height, yeah, and then we have the camera, 3 dot perspective camera, and let's say 75 sizes dot width by sizes dot height, and this will be near. So okay, so I'll just put it 0.1. We'll see if it is fine or not. The values can be always tuned. So camera dot position, we're going to position set 0 1 2. Okay, scene, and then we just add the camera to the scene. So scene dot add camera. Okay, so with this we have the camera in our scene, hopefully, and most probably you can see it. Let's jump back and refresh. Constructor scene cannot be invoked without new. Huh. Okay. Oh, I didn't create the scene. Okay, so I should have, didn't I? Oh, okay. So did I? So const scene should be new 3 dot scene. Yeah. Okay, so we have the camera in the scene now, and you can't see anything in the screen right now, but that's okay. And now let's go for our renderer, and we'll this will be new 3 dot WebGL renderer canvas, and then we canvas element. There you go. Okay, so now what we do, renderer dot set size, and that will be my width and sizes dot height, renderer dot, then we have a pixel ratio, we take minimum of window dot device pixel ratio to renderer dot shadow map dot enabled equals true. Wait, dot shadow map. Yeah. Then dot gamma output is equals true. Okay. Okay, so let's run this and see what happens. And if I open with live server, okay, I have two of them, so I'll just close one of them. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a black screen over here, but it means that everything is working fine. It's just that there's nothing to show over here. So let's to fix that, let's jump back to VS Code and add a cube. So what I'm going to do is I'll do this up over here, and let's see, const geometry is equal to new 3 dot box geometry, and then the size I'll just keep that as 1, and then const material is equal to new 3 dot mesh basic material, and then we add a color, just a sec color, and we write let's go for red. Yeah. Okay, so we have the cube ready, and now all we have to do is just add it to our scene, and we'll, oh wait, we also have to create a mesh out of it, right? So const I'm just going to call it box mesh, new 3 dot mesh, and then just pass the geometry and the material to it. There you go. And then you just add the box mesh to our scene. Yeah, yeah, now it should be working. Let's see. Huh, it's not. Okay, so it isn't working. Let's refresh it. Nope, it isn't working. So basically I forgot to call the render method itself, and that's why nothing was getting rendered on the screen. And now if I go back to my browser, you'll see that it's already there. So let's close this and refresh, and you can see that there is the queue. Alright, so everything is working now. So Three.js is working, it's set up well, and we can see a box over here. So definitely we just have to load a model. Okay, so let's see. This looks good. Let's use this one. Cyber Ninja. Cyber Ninja, yeah. So I'll just download this. Okay, so let's download this. Download the gltf.zip file. So once it's downloaded, go to your downloads folder or wherever you have um, downloaded it, and then just extract it. Okay, so we can see there is the GLTF model, and if I go to GLTF, okay, so we just want this rate.gltf. Okay, and let's go to VS Code, and I'm just going to make a folder over here, assets, and then what I'm going to do is just drag and drop it inside my assets folder. Alright, great. So we have a GLTF model, and now all that is left to do is to load that in this browser. So what I'm going to do is get the GLTF loader, or GLTF loader from GLTF master examples JSM loaders GLTFLoader.js. Okay, so we have the GLTF loader, and now what I'm going to do is simply say const loader equal to new GLTF loader. Then all we have to do is just load that model. So loader.load, name it assets rate.gltf. Then function GLTF. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is just console log it first. Let's see if everything is working fine. And the GLTF model, if my GLTF model is getting loaded, it will print this line. But if there is an error, we can do something like this. Function xhr console.log. To 100 plus percentage loaded. Okay, and did I? Oh, okay, just a minute. Yeah, and then show error console.log, an error occurred. Okay, so what happens over here is that if my GLTF model loads successfully, this gets shown. If it does not get loaded, there will be an error. So we log an error, and this part is the progress, that how much percentage has been loaded. All right, with that, let's go to index.html, right click, and then open with live server. Okay, and go to inspect. Okay, it says over here, fail to load resource. Fail to load resource. Huh. Alright, so it looks like that the GLTF model is not working as expected. So what I did was, if you go to your the download folder and then click on then GLTF and then go to GLB. Let's get this rate.glb over here. So let's just drag and drop it in my assets folder. Okay, and let's go to index.js and then just replace this with GLB, and then let's see what happens. Let's refresh. So I'm just going to remove this box, and how am I going to do that? I'm just going to comment this out. All right. So I'm just going to change this to GLB, and over here in GLB as well. And let's comment these two lines out. It's not really required as of now. And let's see if my GLB model is getting loaded perfectly or not. So I'm going to open with live server and inspect, and then yes, we have the object over here. So this is my GLB model. Okay. All right. So why isn't it getting rendered on the screen? Let's see. Even if you add, even if you uncomment these lines, all right, and change this to GLB. Now, if you go back to back to your browser, and then click on inspect and see over here that there is a scene, and the model is there, but you cannot see it over here, right? Now, to fix this, we need lighting. All right. So to get the model in the scene, I mean, it's already there in the scene, but we cannot see it because there's no lighting. So to get lighting in the scene, what we are going to do is just const light is equal to new 3 dot. I'm just going to use a directional light. It does not work with ambient light, so make sure that you use directional light rather than ambient light. F F F and then 1, the intensity, and then light dot position. Let's set so 2 I'm just going to put 2 to 5, and then just add this light, scene dot add light. Okay, it doesn't look good. But it's nice. My object is getting loaded, but I cannot see it on the screen. Why is that? Okay, so I have added the light over here, but it still does not work. And let's understand why is that, because we have not called the animate method over here. So what I'm going to do is define a animate function and then request animation frame, and I'm just going to call this once again animate, and then renderer, and then yeah. So this line, I'm just going to get it inside the function, then I'm just going to call animate from outside like that. Alright, this should work. It still doesn't work. Okay, it does work. So you see the model is over there, but you cannot see it because of the size, I guess. So let's bring down. Is this too big? It's big. Alright, so let's bring this down to 0 0.1, 0 0.1, 0 0.1. And there it is. Okay, so we can see the legs of the model. Let's bring down the scale to 0 0.01. And okay, there's an error. Let's refresh. Yeah, so okay, so we can see the model over here, and we have the GLTF model there. So I'm just going to increase the size a little bit. It's too much. Let's see, 0.03. There you go. So we have the model over here, and yeah, that's it. So let's understand the difference between the GLTF and GLB model. So GLB is actually a version of GLTF. So GLB is a binary. That's why you cannot, the file cannot be displayed over here because it is either binary. So it is binary. And if you check GLTF, it's JSON, right? So with GLTF, some data is stored in external files like textures, shaders, or animation data. So if you go back to your downloaded files and you check the GLTF file, you see there are the PNGs, and these are all textures, right? The textures, and this is the animation data, the bin, and there should be GLSL. Is there a shader? No, there isn't any shader. Okay, but yeah, I mean, basically it's just a JSON object, and it the data is stored in external files. Whereas in the GLB model, like in the GLB file, you have everything within GLB, and it's in binary. So GLB stores data internally rather than external files. So there's no support files required at all, and that's why it's easier to work with GLB rather than GLTF. Most of the times when you are downloading GLTF models, you will get a GLB model, you will get a GLB file as well. So hopefully this video was useful. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And for me to continue making such content, please hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.